All right, let's get back to the topic of meditation. There are essentially three conditions that are necessary for us to be successful in meditation, according to the great Father Adolphe Tanqueray. They are humility, confidence, and attention. We're going to dive deeply into humility in a later lesson, but for now, we want to recognize it as the internal attitude that makes prayer work. Humility flows from the very nature of prayer, says Father Tanqueray. We have to always remember who we are before God. We are creatures. He is creator. We are nothing, and He is everything. We have no right to anything good. In fact, everything good that we receive is due solely to God's grace and mercy. And this state of things is very clearly played out in the story of the publican and the Pharisee in Luke 18. The Pharisee, who is respected by everyone, is thanking God that he isn't like that sinful publican next to him. He is the paradigm of proud, the homage to hubris. He does everything right. He tithes, he fasts, he serves at the pancake breakfast every month. He even helps out as an usher. And guess what? His prayer was rejected by God. Then there's the publican, the tax collector. Nobody likes those guys. They're the worst. He stands at the back to offer his prayer because he knows he's not worthy of God. He beats his breast and begs, "God, be merciful to me, a sinner." But here's the massive difference between them. The Pharisee is appealing to justice, essentially appealing to his own actions, the efficacy and effectiveness of his prayer. I do these righteous things, so God is going to hear my prayer. He thinks he deserves God's positive response. But in reality, the only response, the only true justice any of us deserve is death. What we should want is to have the attitude of the publican. In fact, whether or not we want to hear it, we're all the publican. And it's ironic because we like to think of ourselves as righteous. It's hard not to read or hear this story and sympathize ever so slightly with the Pharisee. But the truth is that we're probably more like the thieving publican. We're all stealing from the body of Christ and exalting ourselves every time we sin. So we have to throw ourselves into the arms of God, beat our breasts, and beg for His mercy. So humility is the first essential condition. As my boy St. James says, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble.